Fortune cookies say.
You're listening to the Epic Fail Podcast.
Episode 4. Last week we had Row, and then to follow that up, we had no news whatsoever. So this is going to be a very short show. Hi, bye guys, thanks.
See you next week.
Yep.
Woot, showtime!
Wait, yep, crap. No, there was one tiny little piece of news, I forgot. Blood Legion is no longer in the world first race. They've officially called it. They might come back later, but for now, probably this expansion at least, from the sounds of it, at least next one too, they are just going to be Blood Legion, and no one will care.
Sad.
Yes.
Sad day. No more Riggs Rage.
Oh no, that'll still be there. Don't have to worry about that.
I don't know if you can turn that off.
Yeah, that doesn't. They're just not going to be competing for World First. They're going to be kind of a U.S. version of Trekkie. They're just going to go and do. Anyway, we actually do have a show. That was actual piece of news, but there is actually a little bit more. Some announcement, some was made for later in the year, which no one's really surprised. But before we get to that, let's do our introductions.
What a tease.
I know. I'm good at it, though. Scarlet?
Who's Scarlet? I'm Charlotte.
Here we
Charlotte?
I'm a blood
man, not
PK.
again.
Hey, 42. It's your turn.
Stuff. I'm not 42.
I didn't say you were 42. I was
go.
calling you 42.
It's not your age, it's your identifier.
I'm not 42 years old either. I wish I was 25. Yes. Anyways, I am Scarlet, Blood DK from Airy Peak, and apparently my name has two pronunciations, Scarlet and Charlotte, so there you go.
Hey, I see a CH, and you're lucky I don't go...
Well, it's like schedule. You can say
Scarlet.
schedule.
I'm gonna say it like
you can
Sean
say
Penn.
schedule.
Yes.
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Scarlet, my dear.
That's me.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to settle this, or are we just going to keep
Yeah.
making up names for you? I don't know.
Every episode, this is how it's gonna start.
Yep.
I mean, why not?
Apparently.
If we're called Epic Fail, if we're gonna live up to the name, we have to at least scrub at least one of the host names every week.
But it's always me?
Yes.
We just got to pick on you because you're a DK.
Yeah.
Death Knights are awesome. Thank you so much.
And
And-
5-mans.
Sometimes.
Lights.
Yeah. How about you, Lat?
Hey guys, Lateralis from CTR Airy Peak, good old US. Main a combat rogue. Maybe someday if daggers ever drop, I'll even play a little sub, since every spec of every job that I love to play they make worthless. So it is what it is.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's
Yep. Okay, so you're actually aiming to be worthless. Gotcha.
No. See, I was playing Assassination because I like Assassination, but then they made it snail's pace. The damage is crap. And, so I don't play Assassination anymore. It's sad.
Okay, and then do we actually have our other hosts this week?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
Oh.
semi-recovered, I
Oh.
think. Maybe.
Wow. If this was the Convert to Raid podcast, I would give you the big applause, but no.
Yeah! Hey, last week was a bit crazy. That's all
Hey, it was
to
your
say.
birthday. It's fine.
Yeah.
You missed Row, but he
Happy
wasn't
birthday, Vlad.
he wasn't too
thanks.
offended by you not being here.
Yeah, I apologized to him in game, so it's all good.
Yeah. What have you been up to this week? Or technically, I guess I should ask you for the last month. Almost.
Month?
Last 2 weeks you haven't been here, so that's 3
Oh.
weeks of catching up.
Busy. I mean, for the most part, I'm rating on 3 characters now, not just 2. I have a
Two.
Boomkin now at 650 or so item level. I got 9 of 10 heroic last weekend. That was pretty cool.
Congrats.
Woot.
Which
But
one was
other
it?
than that, oh, Blast Furnace we finally got down, and we got Blackhand to 58% in 3 pools. So
Wow.
hopefully we'll get him this week.
Nice work.
So yeah, but yeah, I main a Ret Pally and a Boom Chicken and a Shaman, not all on the same server, but mostly Airy Peak.
Boom chicken.
Yeah, Boom Chicken.
Boom, chicken.
Ah.
And me, I'm Draven Dresden, just like usual. Every now and then I'm somebody else, but we'll get into that another time. My week this week, fairly uneventful, other than since I'm trialing with the CTR group from the podcast. We got, what was it, 8 lat? We got Blast Furnace, and then we just got Iron Maidens, and
Yeah, we got Blast Furnace for the second time. Working on Iron Maidens, man. That fight, it's so much fun, but it really sucks to go because 90% of the fight is the last 20%.
Yeah.
You got to go 10 to 12 minutes to get to that 20%, and then you wipe when you're learning it, and then you got to go through 10 minutes again. Oh,
yeah, but we got close a couple times, and then, stuff happens, and it was getting late.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a fun
happens.
fight though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stuff happens, but yeah.
Stuff happens and stuff.
Now, what do you guys think's harder, Iron Maidens or Blast Furnace? Because we went backwards progression from what you guys did, and we did Iron Maidens first.
Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Just the comp we had, we thought Blast Furnace would be the easier of the two.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, does it feel that way?
So
To
far,
me,
yeah.
To me, they feel about the same. I mean, they're obviously not the same. They have, all the different mechanics and stuff. But as a melee, they seem pretty much the same difficulty. But then again, I'm also not jumping across the hooks and stuff like that, so I don't really. I've done that on
Difficult in their
LFR,
own
but
way.
yeah, they each have their own difficulty. From what I've heard, Blast Furnace is supposed to be the harder of the two, which would make sense, seeing as how that's where all the mythics got stuck for a while. The world first people.
I mean, we're only. I think we're still. Man, we can't be many more than what 10 or 12 polls on Maidens. So
Yeah, you guys should get it soon, because I think most groups are averaging like 19, 22 or something like that pulls before they get it down.
Yeah.
sad thing is 10 polls can be a whole raid night, man. With how slow that is, almost. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good lord.
It's a long fight for sure.
Alright. So, yeah, those are the intros. Woohoo!
Yay!
I was not able to get in touch with the possible guest, so there's no guest this week, pre-recorded or not, which is what we'd have to do for him. But I'll let you know when we get there. So there was this other noteworthy thing that happened the other day.
What was it? It was an announcement. It was
It was something.
wasn't a garage sale.
Well,
I guess.
kinda, yeah, kind of a
Oh,
elaborate one.
BlizzCon.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what that was. I forgot.
Yeah.
I haven't been, waiting and waiting and waiting for the announcement so I can book flights and hotels and stuff like that.
Is that sarcasm I hear?
No,
What?
I didn't try to book hotels the minute that I found out, and then found out I can't do that on my phone.
Oh, I
So-
booked that house literally like 20 minutes after the announcement hit the website.
Yeah, my original plan was to book at the Clarion because the Hilton seemed too expensive, and even though it was closer, and the Clarion looked just it looked close enough, and I'd heard good things about it and all that. So I came home for my lunch break and tried to book it. And for whatever reason, it wouldn't go through. So I'm like, okay, well, apparently I have to go to the bank and okay the extra money because I intentionally put a low limit on a per day thing. So I had to get them to okay that, and then I didn't have time to do it on my break. So when I got home from work, Clarion was sold out because they announced that that's where they're staying this year.
Oh,
I was like, oh,
Well, who's staying there? Now
that's
I'm
where
confused.
that's where the Blizz devs are going to be this year.
Oh.
And yeah. But I'm at the Annabella. It is like around the block, I guess. So it's not too far away. And then it's about a quarter mile from the convention center.
Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but don't they all live and work there? So why would they be staying in a hotel?
Because they are in Anaheim, and it's still a commute and all that. It's still a lot closer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seriously doubt they live and work and all that right there at the convention area.
The
I really
convention
wish I could
area
go.
is in.
they're in Irvine.
Yeah, they're in Irvine. This is in Anaheim.
Oh, gotcha. I was thinking they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a blonde moment.
From a
But
redhead.
I know.
Precious.
From a redhead, yes.
And that precious. But yeah, so since we're talking BlizzCon now, there is a website that I want to throw out there for anyone listening: www.lfblizzcon, looking for BlizzCon.com. You can find people with hotels up. You can search for hotels. If you have a hotel room, you can put it up for roommates to share the cost of and make it cheaper. Tickets, face value. They will not post anything that is not face value. You cannot put them, like, since they're $200 bucks.
Can't get on there and scalp them.
Yeah, you can't scalp them. That's what eBay's for.
Stuff up.
And if you're listening to this, please don't scalp them. There are lots of people who would love to go, and one of the reasons I couldn't go last year is I didn't get in for the sales, and I couldn't afford the $700 eBay wanted.
That's insane.
Ouch.
Yeah. If they would have been cheaper, if I could have roomed with someone, I could have maybe scraped it. If I would have won a contest, I could have gone, but for $700, there was just no way.
Are you gonna do the Big Bang Theory this year, where you like sit in a room with a bunch of people clicking, trying to get into Comic-Con? You guys ever seen that episode?
Yeah. Where they're like, imagine it. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, what my current plan for BlizzCon is I'm going to watch all the stuff I want to watch, which will end up being the finals for like StarCraft and Hearthstone and stuff like that. If they have a live raid, maybe. But like the opening ceremonies, anything to do with Overwatch.
I think a live raid would be cool to watch.
Definitely.
I don't know what it would be though. I mean, unless it's the next raid, which is possible, but it'll be out for a while, so it'll literally just be a speed clear and not a. I would rather what they did with instead of when they did for Firelanes, when they were outside Orgrimmar and they just spawned random bosses, and then they ended it with Hogger.
Hogger.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got 8 months. I think there's gonna be at least, well,
Yeah, there's going to be at least the new tier, which is going to be the Tanan Jungle, which
yeah, it'll probably end up being a speed run. I mean,
Yeah.
but it'll still be cool to see.
Yeah. It'll be, Midwinter and Method again. Maybe Paragon, who knows, since they're back in it.
It probably won't be Blood Legion.
Oh,
Definitely won't be
too
Blood
soon.
Legion.
Too soon.
Well, hey, I'm just speaking the truth. That's
Yeah.
my segue.
Yep. What? I know, Lat, you're going, and you're.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into your plans on room and board and that kind of thing. So if you want,
Oh, I'll do it. I rented a house, man, just right across the street. It's gonna be great. Like literally crawling distance.
yes, we are having a party there every night starting Wednesday.
No. No, very
Why not?
very strict
Keggers?
instructions
Keggers
in my
for all?
renter agreement that no parties happens, or they keep my deposit. Which, yeah, we're not going to let that happen.
Okay.
Beggars.
All right. Never mind on the party. We don't want.
We could all just pitch in, for the deposit and give it to Lad and have parties anyway.
That's the spirit. Now we're talking.
Well, yeah. Well, as far as I know, it's just me and Lad out of the four of us that's gonna go.
I, yeah, will not be going to BlizzCon. I would love to, but
I'll take lots of pictures for you.
yeah,
Please do.
that's...
I definitely won't be there
And,
either.
and then when they give us the full preview of the Warcraft movie,
Yeah, I'm gonna hate you guys forever for that.
we won't be taking any pictures of that, but we will definitely tell you about it and be like, yeah, it was really cool.
I'm gonna hate
No,
you
we can't go into
forever.
detail because we'll get in trouble.
I'm kind of digging the
hate you
suspense on
forever.
it, though.
Honestly, I like the idea that I don't know anything about it yet, but at the same time, I want to know something about it because everyone's like, "Oh, it'll be great. If you saw this, you'll get it. And you'll know it's gonna be great." And I'm just like, "Okay, that's fine. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not gonna say, oh, I believe this person's judgment." I mean, there are some people who I am like that with. I don't know these people's taste in movies well enough to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard's just really good at hyping everything up, and I don't think they're going to fall through with this one. I think that it's going to
Well,
blow all of us out of the
I'm
water.
not worried about it faltering. At this point, it's more of getting expectations too high,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I mean, as much time as they've had to work on it, like, it's,
Yeah.
I
Well,
3
hope it's
years
nothing
now?
short of insane.
yeah, keep in
Like-
mind, it takes a long time to do special effects. Some special effects.
What podcast was it? Said that it was running like a year over normal special effects time since they finished filming,
Yeah,
March
Yeah.
of last year? Or
Yep.
something like that. I mean, they're having a very long special effects, but that's because they're taking their time and making sure every single detail, and there's a lot of detail that needs to get put in on every single model they put in there.
Yeah. At least Michael Bay's not directing. I mean, come on.
I don't think that they would be willing to have Michael Bay directing.
I mean, lots of explosions are cool and all, and I mean, there's lots of explosions going on anyway, but that's no.
If if they want, they can put Michael Bay for the destruction of Theramore whenever that movie gets put in.
All I know is the preview is gonna make me like
Yeah,
nerd explode everywhere.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm really thinking we're gonna see a full preview. At
They
BlizzCon.
better release a full preview before then, because I'm.
Honestly,
So I was actually Googling stuff yesterday about it, but of course I couldn't find anything.
4 months before the movie comes out, I mean, that's right around preview time.
I
It just
think-
makes sense.
well, having worked in the movie business before, I know how this generally goes. I am expecting a teaser, like a 10-15 second teaser, which will have really no information. It might show like one quick flash of a scene, and that's it. And I'm expecting it on Star Wars,
When is Star Wars coming out?
May.
Ah,
Now, the reason for this is they generally do, if they're going to do a teaser at all, and this seems like a movie they will, it's usually roughly a year-ish before the movie comes out, and then you won't see anything again until 6 months is pushing it, but 4 months is usually when it starts hitting really big. So that's why I'm thinking BlizzCon-ish we'll start seeing they'll unveil the official, this is the preview, and then within 2 weeks it'll be out in theaters, but BlizzCon people will get to see it first.
Makes sense.
Wait, I thought Star Wars was coming out on December.
Last I looked, it was May, because Star Wars has always come out in May.
I'm looking it up. It says December 18th here.
Well, maybe there was some other movie in May that I thought. Oh, yeah. Star Wars will get the full preview, and then there is some, maybe Marvel's Avengers movie will get the teaser. That's the May movie.
all I know is I'm gonna be going to the midnight release because I'm sure there's gonna be a midnight release of it.
Maybe. It's
There better be, because I really want to go to a midnight release of it for some reason. I just do.
again, having worked in that business, midnight releases
Don't
are.
ruin my dreams.
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying it's really hard to get them done unless they're forced on the movie theaters. Because generally, the movie theaters don't want to have them.
Well, they better, because I say so. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. What else do you think you're going to see at BlizzCon this year?
I hope for some Diablo news, man. I really do. We're
There's
due
gotta
for an
be.
X-Pack announced.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're going to have expansion 2. The return of Mathael, or whatever his name is.
Malthael.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
definitely in agreement for that.
Either that, or it's gonna be, hey, you know that hero you played? He got corrupted. You have to start over and kill him.
So I mean, back on the WoW side of things, Chai T and myself were having a long discussion about this at work today. If they're gonna try and stay to their guns on quicker X packs, and we figure if the next raid tier gets released sometime late summer, that you would imagine an X pack would be spring or very early summer of next year. So we're wondering if maybe we get a WoW X pack announcement at Gamescom, and then maybe some more information at BlizzCon, or if we don't see anything at Gamescom, maybe we get a sneaky third tier raid announcement at BlizzCon.
When is
When
Gamescom?
Yeah.
Gamescom, when is it this year? June.
June?
Hang on, asking the Googles.
June is close enough. That's
Googles, what say you?
yes.
Midsummer. How about that?
Yeah, June's
Yeah.
fine. Honestly, in my opinion, they're not going to announce a WoW expansion outside of BlizzCon. Have they ever announced outside of BlizzCon for WoW?
August 5
August.
to 9. There we go.
That's close enough, but I think we're gonna. I think they're gonna. If they're gonna give us a sneaky raid tier, they'll announce it there, and then they'll give the expansion to BlizzCon, because I don't see them ever announcing a WoW expansion outside of BlizzCon.
Right.
I don't either. It wouldn't make sense.
I mean, as far as I remember, didn't they announce WoW at a BlizzCon? Like, hey, we're gonna do this, or was the first BlizzCon after WoW started?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Either way, every WoW thing has been BlizzCon major. But yeah, speaking of WoW, they actually had some cool patch notes this week. One in particular, I think, is the best patch note ever written.
The hotfix?
Yes, there's a hotfix for ICC. If you kill Putricide too quickly, you get locked in. They fixed it. The door will open again.
Yay!
Yay! Best fix ever, which means I can actually do DPS to him and not worry about getting locked in the room, instead of just white hitting him for 30 seconds and then kicking the crap out of him.
Well, that mount is already mine, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, I've got the green Firehawk, so
So do I.
Oh. Well, I'm working on getting the purple Firehawk, and by that I mean not the flyer.
Well, isn't
The
it?
Void Talon.
Yeah, can't everyone get that? I mean, if you go find the portals.
Possibly. You have to know where they are, though.
And that is what the Google is for.
They don't have the spawn timers.
And that is what more Googling is for. Ooh.
We're just Googleaholics tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Google.
Or as people say, there's an app for that.
I don't know anybody who says that.
Yeah, neither do I.
No, not
Only Charlotte.
All right, so is there
What?
any? Do we have any other WoW news other than Blood Legion and ICC can now be actually DPS'd?
No, BlizzCon, Blood Legion, Rip.
I took a
Yeah.
selfie
Rest
with
of pepperonis.
Sylvanas. Does that count as news?
On your Alliance tune or on a Horde tune?
I am leveling a troll druid, and instead of doing the troll starter zone, I got my friend to fly me up to the undead starting zone, and I'm doing that.
Sweet.
So Sylvanas was sending me on missions and stuff, and that was fun. Other than that, I have no WoW news.
Yeah, I took a selfie with Sylvanas on my human paladin.
Woot.
Shortly thereafter, I died and had to run back, but it happened.
It did happen.
Alright, so nothing else. Wow.
Nope.
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 Wow. Yep. It's a light news week. Hearthstone is turning, or did just turn, a year old.
1 year old. Yay, Hearthstone.
Yay. Big round of applause. Yay!
I was mad that there wasn't any anniversary gifts or like
Oh, I mean,
thing.
the only thing they really could do is give you a pack or 3 cards.
But a pack is a pack.
Yeah. But, you know, maybe the 4 and 5 year and that kind of thing.
Yes.
'Cause, I mean,
Hopefully.
WoW
A card.
didn't-
I mean, a card back would have been cool if
Yeah.
you've been playing from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, WoW didn't do anything until what, year 4? Of course, that's
Really?
when they announced that's when they started achievements too. So
In Hearthstone, there was some tournaments that went on, which they were on the same day. So I was a little confused as to which one to watch. So I kept flipping between the two because my two favorite, two of my favorite players were casting one of them.
who are they?
Noxious and Savitz. Noxious is hysterically funny. He's a French Canadian, and Savitz is like a really good player, and he's from Finland, and it's just kind of quirky and funny. And then my other favorite streamer, Forsen, was playing in the other tournament, so I had to watch that. Except he got knocked out in the semi qualifiers. I forget what they're called. So he didn't get to go to the semifinals. But he did win a good 6 matches first, so that was cool. Firebat won the tournament. It was the Gfinity tournament that was played in London. He's the one who won at the BlizzCon last year, the $100,000. Yay. And
Yeah, I was rooting for him during that, not because I knew him or didn't like the other guy or anything like that. Just because he was basically a nobody.
yeah, he's pretty good. I like Firebat. I haven't watched his stream too much though, because I go for the streamers that usually explain stuff, because that's how I learn. But he's really good stuff. Him and the other guy that now I can't think of his name, so he shall be called the other guy.
I'm
But-
sure he feels, loved.
Special.
Colento, that's his name. Colento. He's pretty like a super good player. It's just he's a quieter streamer as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tournaments were interesting, and there's a charity tournament going on. It's 10 days. It's 10 weeks long, 2 days a week for 10 weeks. So this was week 1, and that's the one my 2 favorite streamers were hosting. So it was Tuesday and Thursday, and it'll be Tuesday and Thursday for the next 9 more weeks. So that's
Sweet.
cool.
Sweet,
Yep.
sweet, sweet. I know
That's
I've seen you in Hearthstone quite a bit lately.
Yeah, I've been playing. I've decided my next golden character I'm going to level is a druid, so I've been playing some druid decks. It's actually pretty good. I used to hate druid, but
Yeah.
they're pretty fun.
Yeah, if you get really, really lucky, you can get some really powerful stuff out really quickly.
I had a turn 5 Sneed's Old Shredder,
I hate that
and when he died, he spawned a Sneed's Old Shredder,
card.
and when that died, he spawned Deathwing. That
was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
I got to fight a series of mech mages earlier today.
I also made a mech mage. If you can't beat them, join them.
And my warlock was a Zoolock, but I haven't really played it, but I changed it up to a handlock.
Handlocks are pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be better anyway. It's just, I just never bothered. I got to get a couple more cards to make it the rounded deck I wanted, but I just, subbed in a few less than...
Do you have Jiraxis?
I have Jiraxis, yes.
Yeah.
That's unless they fixed it, which I'm pretty sure you guys said they did, that's a dangerous card to play against things that can do extra damage to demons.
I don't know if they fixed it or not. But I did see something funny. There was a video earlier today on YouTube. So
YouTube tends to do that, yes.
Yes. So, the Warlock card, the Mistress of Pain. So she's a 1/4, and when you attack with her, she heals you for the same amount of number as her attack. Well, so it was a priest and a mage playing. The mage unstable portaled that card. So that means the mage got the warlock card and got to play it. Then the mage I'm getting two games mixed up. This was a warlock who had it. Sorry.
Fail.
Anyways, that is a fail. Epic fail. He buffed it with Argus, so it's now a 2/5. The priest used Shadow Madness, where it's a card that basically he can steal the warlock's minion. Except the priest had Akanai Soul Priest out. So what that does is Akanai Soul Priest makes the priest's healing skills turn into damage. So when he damaged the minion, it went to heal him, but of course all his heals turn into damage, so it damaged him. But then that activated the card again because the Mistress of Pain damaged him, and then the Akanai buff thinks it's a heal, but it's not a heal, so it damaged. So it kept going in the circle. So he was at full health, and he died. He killed himself with just attacking once because it just kept hit it. It basically. I take it the other two have no idea what I'm talking about, but it was hysterical. Because basically he goes to attack his opponent's minion for 2 and supposedly heal himself, but because it's a damage dealing, then the card just activates over and over. So he just killed himself 15 times. And
I'm gonna mute myself for a minute so I'm not laughing for an hour.
It
Sounds
is
a little
really
ridiculous.
Funny. It is really funny. It was on Reddit. Has some really hysterical.
Oh, I wish.
Plays.
Oh, you need to send me that link.
I will.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was pretty awesome.
That would suck. I think that's a bug. They might want to have to fix that.
No, it's not. Someone in the thing had posted a blue post saying that was working as intended, and that's how they designed it to work.
Trolled by Blizzard in yet another game. That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That made my day right there.
And then the other one I saw was they buffed. What did they buff? They buffed a card. I don't remember which card it was. Oh, nope, I have no idea what card it was, but it was 199 damage. They did some shenanigans with Lore Walker Cho and stuff to build up the buff cards, and they buffed the card up to 199 damage.
You can actually go way higher than that, but at some point it maxes out and it kills the card.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
People have been like, hey, let's do this. Okay.
Yeah. So that was the Hearthstone stuff that I know about.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to be all the Hearthstone stuff, because I don't think the other two play it, and I got nothing except for, yay, happy birthday. Which brings us to Lat's favorite game.
Diablo, which I have not played at all in the last week.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
I actually did find 2.2 patch notes, which is really the only news that Diablo has at the moment. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because freaking Ashbringer's in it again.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're all about that.
Yep, that's the only thing I care about in that game right now. And it's not out yet, so I don't care about the game. They're changing it up so that it starts off as corrupted, and every time you kill something, you have a chance to raise a skeleton to fight for you. So basically, you become a necromancer for a bit. When you get 5 skeletons, they explode for 300% weapon damage, and the sword just turns into regular Ashbringer, the uncorrupted version. And while it's in that version, it will burn your target for 6,000 to 6,200% weapon damage as holy.
Wow.
Yeah, that might actually get me to play the game more than just finding it.
Nice.
That's pretty crazy.
Probably not, but it has a chance now. My plan is still currently get it and log off. But now I might test it for a little bit, and if it's all kinds of fun, I might play for a little longer. But yeah, well, I'm going to jump back to Hearthstone real quick. They've already announced the finals are going to once again be at Blizzcon, which, again, no surprise. And then with Diablo, we might see an expansion.
Maybe. If we're lucky.
But
I think we will.
It needs it, but I'm thinking next year.
It might be on the back burner because of Overwatch. I mean, it's different teams, right? But
yeah, I'm just thinking next year would be better because I'm looking at the list of their games. WoW expansion is likely. Hearthstone, I'm thinking something's going to happen with that, maybe.
Oh, well, we have an expansion coming up. We totally forgot about that in Hearthstone news.
We have an expansion? You mean Blackrock Mountain?
Yeah.
We did that last week.
Oh, yeah.
I need some sleep.
Yeah. Blackrock Mountain is still a thing. They've released a couple more cards and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Not a whole lot news-wise. I'm not seeing anything Diablo-related for BlizzCon. So that's why I'm thinking next year. Besides the fact that WoW's due for an expansion. StarCraft is definitely due. Heroes is probably going to go release and not a beta. And Overwatch, I'm thinking, is going to be a public beta or closed beta or whatever.
Well, didn't they say beginning of 2015?
They might have originally, but the last thing I saw said fall. Beta coming fall, which with BlizzCon in November, that's still technically fall.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that's when it's going into beta, and then everyone at BlizzCon gets beta. And virtual ticket probably also.
I hope so, because that's how I'll be going to BlizzCon. Yay, virtual ticket.
So So I'm thinking Diablo is going to be next year. So they have something.
Right on.
Woot.
Alright, so if you guys don't have anything huge with Diablo other than, Ashbringer, and obviously 2.2 is still on the PTR and when it is working. And there's all kinds of changes, so if you want to know, go over to the website and check them out, because I don't want to go through them all.
What? Why
I
not?
know. I know. So that brings us to StarCraft, which the only real news is the finals are going to be at BlizzCon. Shocker, I know.
I can barely contain my excitement.
Oh, I'm going to be there. I actually really, really want to see it live, because I love. That's one of the things I always watch whenever it's on, is the finals. Like, it doesn't matter what else is on the StarCraft final. I might switch back and forth between a couple, depending on what else is going. For the virtual ticket that I've done so far, I mean. But I'm always focused more on that than the rest of the stuff. It's just one of those things to me where, yes, I can watch it later, but then I'll already know who won, and I'd rather watch it beforehand, and I can always find the information out stuff later, and it will be just as good.
That's like me in Hearthstone. I
Yeah.
don't enjoy StarCraft, but
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing with Hearthstone. I watched the finals too.
yeah.
I definitely watched the finals of Hearthstone, but that's about the only one.
Oh, there's so many tournaments on Hearthstone right now.
The live raid at BlizzCon, I watch at least some of when I can. That one's like, I watched when Athene did his Dragon Soul run, the time one with four raid teams. I watched that, and that was cool.
See, I don't like him. No offense if he listens, but he's just not my favorite personality.
Yeah, he as a personality, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not gonna begrudge him because of how much. It sounds cliche, but how much good he's done
Yeah.
using the Captain Douchery
Yeah.
persona he's got going. And then he was just actually recently, I think it was CBS. He got flown into New York,
Really?
and they did like an interview for him and with him and his stuff. Yeah, he
I
was
didn't know
he
that.
was tweeting it out because I actually followed him on a couple things, and yeah, he was tweeting it out and all this other fun stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I should revisit it.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, a theme, but
He's Athene on Twitch, right?
I think it's Athene LOL or I'd have to look.
Might be Athene wins.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, maybe that's not the same. Maybe I'd just assumed who Athene was. He's got like black hair,
Mm-hmm.
kind of dark features.
He's kind of shaggy-ish hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably who you're thinking of. There's not too many other
Okay.
people that'll go by Athene because of what he did to the name. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was definitely very much hated, and then he started using his notoriety for good stuff, and everyone's like, "We still don't like you, but you're cool."
Well, he does charity stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, that's really good.
That's where most of his stuff is.
It's just
charity
I've watched
stuff.
him stream Hearthstone, and it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like his stuff whenever it's charity-wise, but whenever it's him, like, get wrecked, yo, and stuff like that, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
just mute.
Gotcha.
But yeah, getting back, StarCraft is going to be at BlizzCon. I'm going to be in the crowd there, unless something major happens, and something I really want to see more than, but I don't see that happening, so. I doubt you guys have anything StarCraft related, because I think I'm the only one who plays the game.
Nope.
Got nothing.
Nothing.
Alright, so that leaves Heroes up next. Not a whole lot of information here, but I figured if we're going to cover it every week, we might as well at least do something. And the one thing that I know happens every week is every week there's between 5 and 7, depending on your player level, um, free heroes that you can play without actually buying or paying for. This week was Elite Tauren Chieftain, which I played, I think, 15 games with him this week. But I own him too, so. Lily, which is the little panda healer, who is freaking overpowered. No, she's overpowered. She needs cut back. There are so many times I should have died as ETC, and Lily saved me. There's just no way I should have lived. Nova, and Rhaegar, who is kind of newer. Tyrael, Asmodan if you're level 12, and Jaina if you're 15. She's a glass cannon. She can't take a hit, but she can hit pretty hard if people play it right. But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. Next week will be a new set. And for me, anyway, I got level 40 player-wise.
Oops.
So I'm now maxed out player XP. I can get into team leagues.
Sweet.
I don't
Congrats.
have a team, but if I did, I could do it.
So, get one?
I'm nowhere near good enough to be on an actual good team. It'd be nice, but I know I'm not good enough.
Like an actual esports team?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be like an esports team, but I know I'm not good enough for that. But no, it's more of a, if you're going to do an esports thing with it, you would be in Team League if you're playing.
Gotcha.
Because you're going to be playing with your team, and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of like the WoW PvP teams?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Only they don't have to be in the same guild or anything like that anymore. They just, whoever,
Yeah.
they just name your team, and if you're good enough and it's not an offensive team name, you can go to Blizzcon.
Gotcha.
And there's nothing new with Overwatch this week. Which we just had a bunch the last couple weeks. Well, not a bunch, but we had some. So, yeah. I figure we're probably not going to see a whole lot out of Overwatch except for the 2 new characters and map a little bit. Them clarifying a couple things and that kind of thing. Probably won't see much of anything until BlizzCon.
Still super excited for it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm still going to main Reaper. Because I have to now put that in every single episode.
Reaper!
Reaper!
Woot.
Alright, so, yeah, sadly, that's pretty much everything, but I did want... Oh! We forgot something in WoW, and I feel horrible because I had this tab open. The Stream Awards Blizzard's doing.
Oh, yes! I had that tab open as well. It's actually Twitch doing it.
Yeah, Twitch is doing the Blizzard. There's 3 categories for WoW, Hearthstone, StarCraft, Heroes, and Diablo. And I'm looking... I went through the WoW ones. There's new WoW streamer. I've never heard of any of them, which makes sense because they're new. WoW PvP and WoW PvE. They don't have things that I would actually watch, like Final Boss. Doesn't fit into these categories because it's not really streaming. It's an actual show. CTR won't fit in it.
I can tell you who to vote for in there, in the PvE.
Well, PvP, I'm guessing Swifty's probably gonna win.
Ugh, no offense.
I
but
don't.
ugh.
I didn't vote, but for the PvE, I was looking at the names, and I see Trekkie, Tally, Slootbag, who I've never actually watched, but I at least know his name. Sko, who is Method.
Yeah.
Final. Fat Boss TV. I've actually watched some of their stuff.
They're funny.
Oh yeah, why? The accent helps. But mostly what I've seen is their old school strategy guides, and then the online version of Trivial Pursuit WoW Edition. I saw them on that.
My favorite streamer though for that one is Towley. I love watching Towley.
I left the next name that I knew, thinking it was going to be who you were going to say. That's why I started at the bottom and worked my way up. I honestly thought you were going to say duck sauce.
I like duck sauce, but he's funny and he's awesome and he is kind of one of my favorites. But for some reason,
He's not
I
Tally.
I like Tally better. Tally's just like super
Yeah.
cool and chill, and he seems like he'd be a nice person.
Yeah.
And he's got some funny stories. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
And then, but they set everything into 3 categories, which I like for the standard issue of it. But they've got educational Hearthstone, educational Heroes, educational Diablo. Why not have the same thing with WoW and StarCraft?
Yeah, they should.
Because I know there's educational WoWs out there, because I just mentioned one, Final Boss.
Yeah.
I would consider that to be educational.
Educational Hearthstone, I would love to see Trump win.
Yeah, so
Trump, he got to do some guides for Blizzard that actually got put on the Blizzard launcher for Hearthstone. So I hope he wins.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically just a popularity contest, but it's still
Still fun.
yeah.
I mean,
And new streamer for Hearthstone, I won't force him to win because
well, I
you
guess-
guys probably have no idea what this means, but I'm a foursome boy.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. The prize pool of we'll just round up to say $114,000 for the. I think that's overall. That's how much is out there. So that would be nice.
Pretty good change.
Yeah, good chunk of change. I mean, you get how much is a BlizzCon win?
Well, I know last year, I don't know how much the other tournaments go for, but I'm guessing 100,000 because I know that's what the Hearthstone was, $100,000.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same.
Yeah, so it's not the same level of that, but yeah. Yeah. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. So I know we touched on it earlier, but I was thinking we'd end today's show with our predictions of what we're gonna see at BlizzCon. So, Scarlett,
See?
why don't you go first? What are you expecting or hoping to see out of this year's BlizzCon?
I would like to see a released Blizzard movie trailer for everyone, not just the attendees. If they delay it and release it to the attendees, first, and then we get it like a week after, that's cool. But I want to see one. Also, new Diablo expansion and something new about Hearthstone, something exciting, not just like another Hearthstone expansion, because those are coming out every 3 or 4 months. So I want to see like
a new hero?
a new hero or a new mechanic or something like that.
you just want to see Death Knights in the game.
Yes, I do.
And monks. They're the only 2 left.
Actually, Amaz did a mock-up for Monk and Death Knight, and they're pretty cool. I think Blizzard should take a look at that. I'm sure they have seen it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you got for?
yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. How about you, Lat?
I predict we will get news on Blizzard games.
What?
Okay.
No
What in
way.
particular are you hoping to see, though?
News on Diablo and World of Warcraft.
So if it's just those 2, you'd be okay with it.
Yeah, because I don't play any of the other ones. It'll probably be Overwatch heavy, I would imagine, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Predictions are just that. There's no point. Maybe a Diablo expansion, maybe a WoW expansion, maybe a WoW raid tier. Who knows?
Yep.
I'll tell you on November the 6th, 7th.
Well, honestly, whenever they give us the detailed planner of when stuff is, we'll know pretty much what's happening then. except for the opening announcement where they give the expansions and all that. But we'll have a pretty good idea what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, Vlad, how about you? What do you think prediction wise?
Overwatch beta. Hopefully, if it's not out already. I want to see a snippet of the movie trailer, not the whole thing. Just a tease maybe. That'd be cool.
Oh,
Um,
man.
Hearthstone wise, maybe a new class. That's not really original, but yeah. And for WoW, I don't know. Something. But it might not happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, excuse me. For me, I'm expecting an expansion for WoW, Diablo, StarCraft. I'm expecting Heroes to be a date for live if it's not already being. Hey, we're going live on this Tuesday. We're going out of beta, and then Overwatch I figure is going into beta with BlizzCon people getting access. Virtual
You want
ticket.
all of that?
I'm thinking that's what it's going to be.
Man,
Hearthstone, if we get anything, it'll be a hero.
better put your disappointment shoes on now.
I don't. I'm thinking StarCraft. We're gonna see Legacy of the Void. It's not gonna be huge, but it's due. Since they, teased it last year. It seems like if they're gonna keep the faster pace for WoW, they have to announce the expansion at BlizzCon, so it's out, and we have some time to hype it up. Diablo is due. I would like to see an expansion for it, but I'm thinking it's going to get pushed back a year for Overwatch. And then Heroes, I think, are just going to go live. Like, hey, it's been in beta for a while. Here you go, it's live. I just have this feeling it's going to be a big year for expansions and releases.
Well, there we go. Time will tell.
Yep. All right, so we go through and how can we find everybody? And no, I don't want to go to Iowa looking for you.
Well, that's good because I'm not in Iowa. Har har.
I don't. I'm not going to Canada looking for you either.
I am Scarlet_CTR on Twitter and Scarlet_ on Twitch, or Scarlet at Airy Peak on the game.
Yep.
I'm at Hemi the Freak on Twitter. And that's about it. Not much for social media.
Don't bother me in game. I'm busy. How about you, Lat?
You can find me at lateralis_CTR on Twitter or twitch.tv/WillGSX.
Okay, and I am Draven Dresden over on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, pretty much almost anywhere you can think of. If that's what you see, it's me. If it's not me, then you'll know because it'd be weird content stuff, and yeah. Still getting rid of some of them. Thanks, friends.
Right.
Yep. Check us out at epicfailpodcast.com, YouTube channel Epic Fail Podcast, and there's a Facebook page and all that fun stuff. And you guys have any final notes? Closing comments?
Nada.
See you guys next week.
Be
Yes.
safe.
Have a good one, everybody.
Happy
See
St.
ya.
Patty's Day.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.